Very good morning. Very good morning. Uh, in the last class, we discussed about energy balance equation. That is what useful energy gain is equal to energy absorbed by the collector minus heat loss due to the surroundings. That equation is given by QU, which is equal to APS minus Q1. Okay, Q1 is the heat loss, AP is the observer area, and S is the intensity of the solar flux absorbed by the observer plate. Okay, and then S is the value is given by IB, IR. Okay, IB and RB means it's a beam radiation with respect to the tau and alpha. That is what transmittivity as well as observability of the beam radiation, and IDRD plus IB plus ID into RR refractive. Okay, this into tau alpha into D means diffuse radiation. Okay, so these things we discussed in the previous class, and today and also we discussed about stagnation temperature. Also we discussed, and today we are going to discuss one important small derivation. Okay, it's a very important derivation in the examination. You may get questions, okay, on this. So transmittivity of the cover system, that is what tau. So yesterday we discussed that yes is the radiation flux, okay, from the sun. It is on the observer plate. Okay, so that yes, okay, that S includes, that S equation includes this tau and alpha. So tau represents the transmittivity. So that the transmittivity we are going to discuss for this cover system. Okay, so the transmittivity of the cover system of the collector can be obtained. So it is obtained means it is a combination of two terms, tau r and tau a. So it's a tau r means a transmittivity based on the, okay, reflection and refraction. Reflection and the reflection, that is the transmittivity based on the reflection and refraction. And tau a means it's a transmittivity based on the absorption. Okay, transmittivity based on the absorption and transmittivity based on the reflection and refraction. There are two terms which includes, so the product or the multiplication of tau r into tau a, which gives the total transmittivity of that product or that equipment or that flat plate collector. Okay, so the tau, if you want to get a tau value, means the tau is equal to tau r into tau a. So we individually we have to find out what is meant by tau r and what is meant by tau a. If we got the value of tau r and tau a, we can substitute and we will get the value of tau. Okay, so tau means transmittivity of the cover system or of the collector. Clear? So first, okay, first we are going to find out the tau r. So tau r means it's a transmittivity obtained by the considering only reflection and refraction. It's a reflection and a refraction. Clear? So that is what tau r represents. So the figure, okay, see here. So this is a figure represents, so here media 1, okay, it may be air or atmospheric media, and this is a media 2, and this is a interface between, or a cover or a glass. Okay, a glass or a cover, whatever it may be, it's a one media or interface, and this is a one media and another media. So there are two medias. Okay, there are two media. Okay, media 1 and media 2. So if you use 3 means media 1, media 2, media 3, like this. If you use 4, media 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Okay, generally we go with media 2 or 3, it's the optimum. So media 1 and media 2. So media 1, media 2 may be the glass or maybe the any transparent material. It's a any transparent material. And here, okay, I consider this is what the incident beam. Okay, first here we consider for the beam radiation. Okay, So it is considered for only a beam radiation. And next we are considering for the diffuse radiations, because beam radiations are the direct radiations, but diffuse radiations are the reflected, or they are the scatter radiations. Okay, it is very complicated. Only this beam radiation or direct radiation is very easy to analyze. Okay, so consider this figure. Okay, so here when a beam of light, so the beam of light of the intensity IBN. Okay, let us assume that this is the IBN is the intensity of the a beam of light traveling through the a transparent media 1. Means let us assume that this is a glass. Okay, this media 1 is a glass, and media 2 also you can use as a glass. It may be another type of glass. Okay, so the light intensity of a beam IBN traveling through the, okay, it's the intensity of light. Okay, and it is traveling through that media 1, and this media 1 is a transparent one, because it should be a transparent one, because it allow a radiation to go through it. Okay, if it is not transparent one, it will reflect. So it should be a transparent one, so that it will allow the radiations to pass through that media 1. Okay, and strikes the interface is separating from the another media. Means this is an interface. Clear? And this interface means it is between the media 1 and the media 2, and here the light intensity is striking on this interface. Okay, interface between the media 1 and media 2. And here what happens, this light is, okay, it is polarized. Means there is a polarization will takes place. Means it will reflect and it will refract. Some amount of the incident ray, okay, some amount of that incident ray will reflected, okay, and some amount will refracted. So refracted means it will pass through the media 2, okay, and some amount will reflected. If it is 100% of the incident beam ray, okay, some 50% will reflect IR and some 50% will refract. Okay, so reflection and refraction both will takes place at the interface between media 1 and the media 2. Clear? And on the other hand, the direction of the incident and the refracted beam are related. Okay, and related. Okay, so see here, the incident, this is what theta 1 is, an incident angle. It's an incident angle on the interface, theta 1. And this refracted, okay, refracted is also theta 1, means the incident which is equal to reflected. So reflected means it is simply waste of the energy. Clear? So whatever that energy having that solar radiation, okay, 100%, in that 50% will wasted in the form of reflected, and another 50% refracted will useful. Means it will pass through that media 2 and reaches the observer plate. Okay, and this incident beam angle theta 1 which is equal to reflected beam incident 2, these two are theta 1 which is equal to theta 1 for this reflected. Means incident angle which is equal to reflected angle, incident angle which is equal to reflected angle. So this angle should be equal to this angle. Clear? The reflected beam has reduced intensity IR and has a direction such that the angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence. Here theta 1 is for angle of incidence and theta 1 is same for angle of reflection. Both are equal. And the other hand, the direction of the incident theta 1 and the refracted beam, and the refracted means some amount is passes through that is what refracted beam, it is given by theta 2, and this relationship is given by Snell's law. We already studied in your PUC. Okay, what is meant by Snell's law? Okay, the in the physics, angle of incident, okay, angle of reflection, angle of refraction, okay, and this is given by the equation, it is called Snell's law. Okay, that is what the law is a sine theta. So theta 1 is a angle of incidence, okay, and theta 2 is an angle of refraction, not reflection. Reflection is a same angle of incident and angle of theta 1, which is equal for angle of reflection as well as angle of incidence both, and theta 2 is an angle of refraction. Is it clear? Okay, so according to Snell's law, okay, according to this law, it given by sine theta 1 divided by sine theta 2, which is equal to small n divided by small n2 divided by n1, okay, small n2 divided by small n1, where theta 1 is an angle of incidence. We already know that. Theta 2 is an angle of refraction, means that is the amount of radiation enter into the media 2, okay, and this n, small n1 small n2 represents the refractive index. It represents the refractive index of the two media. So the refractive index of the two media, n1 small n1 small n2. Small n1 is the media 1 refractive, small 2 is the media 2 refractive, and this index, okay, n1 and n2, small n1 small n2 are the refractive index of the media 1 and the media 2. In some of the problem they may give the ratio of the refractive index is given by some, okay, means the media 1 and media 2, that ratio is given, and if that ratio means this value is given, n2 by n1, that ratio, it may be 1, it may be 2, or it may be 3, like this, okay. This is a Snell's law. According to this law, the sine theta 1 divided by sine theta 2, which equal to small n2 by small n1. Clear? And next, the refractivity. So refractivity means this is, so rho is the refractivity of the media, okay. The refractivity rho, the rho is the refractivity, and it is related to the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. So refractivity rho, which means it is a relation between the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction. We want only angle of incidence and angle of refraction, because if the light strikes the interface media 1 and media 2, okay, here this beam of light will this interface will allow some amount of the rays, that is what, refraction, and some amount of the ray will reflect, okay, it will reflect and some amount will refract. So here we want only this incidence and the refraction, we don't want reflection. Clear? So this is what given by rho is equal to 1 by 2 rho 1 plus rho 2, where rho 1 and rho 2 be the refractivity of the two components, a two component of the polarization. Means polarization means the light will incident on some media, means it will some amount will reflect, some amount will refract. That is what polarization, it will change the direction, okay, that light incident will change the direction, that is what we call it as a polarization, okay. And for this given by rho 1 and rho 2, and for this there is an equation you have to remember. So rho 1, which given by sine square into theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by sine square theta 2 plus theta 1, it is for rho 1, and rho 2 tan square into theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by tan square theta 2 plus theta 1. So these are the rho 1 and rho 2, which combinedly gives the rho value. So rho means it's a refractivity, and rho 1 means a refractiveness of the media 1 and refractiveness of the media 2. Clear? In for special cases, if the special cases means if the normal incidence, in the case of normal incidence, theta 1 which is equal to 0, means theta 1 means the angle of incidence is exactly straight, it is 0. Then what happens if it is exactly straight? Means in this special cases, okay, and it will become a rho 1 which is equal to rho 2, rho 2 means the refractivity of the media 1 which is equal to refractivity which is equal to refractivity of the media 2, which given by a index, okay, refractive index of n1 minus n2 divided by n1 plus n2 whole square. So this is another equation. If theta 1 is equal to 0, then only we have to consider this equation. If not, again we have to go with rho 1 and rho 2. Rho 1 is equal to sine square theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by sine square theta 2 plus theta 1, and rho 2 is equal to tan square theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by tan square theta 2 plus theta 1. Okay, and based on this, if you go with a transmittivity tau r, okay, so tau r, so it's a tau r transmittivity for the reflection and refraction, okay, tau r which is given by of tau r1 plus tau r2 means media 1 and media 2, refractivity of the media 1 and refractivity of the media 2. Okay, and here if you want to find out that tau r1 plus tau r2, if you find out that value of tau r1 and tau r2, you will get the value of tau r. So the tau r which is given by transmittivity of the based on reflection and refraction. And these two values we have to find out the transmittivity of the two components, that is media 1 and the media 2, two components, and consider one of the component of the polarization beam incident on the single cover. If it is a single cover, and because of the fact that there are two interfaces, because of the there are two interface, and multiply reflection and the refraction will occurs, both will occurs. Yes, this is the okay. See here, if I is the intensity of the light, and this is a cover 1 and the cover 2. So cover 1 is a glass media 1, okay, and this is a media 2. If media only media 1 is there, okay, we only use one cover, then only one incidence, one interface. If you use 2, means we'll get a 2 interfaces. If you use 3, you will get a 3 interfaces, like this. Okay, here we are using cover 1 and the cover 2, media 1 and media 2. First, that rays, okay, it is a high. I is the radiation from the sun. It is a beam radiation or direct radiation. It is falling on the glass. Okay, that's the media 1, cover 1. So in that what happens, it will reflect and refract. Some amount will refract, okay, some amount will refract. So this is a refract means reflection means it will waste into the space, it will going back to the space, or it may come back to the diffuse radiation, it may come back to the diffuse radiation, or it may simply waste to the space. Okay, that we don't know. Okay, we just neglect this row 1, okay, this row 1, and next one this high minus row 1, okay, that gives the amount of refraction, means amount of the ray enter into the cover. Clear? The amount of the ray enter into the cover. So here it is 100%. So 30% is a row 1 means, so 100 minus 30%, 70% will enter into the glass. Clear? I is the incidence ray and row 1 is the reflection, and refraction is 1 minus row 1. Okay. Next, again there are second interface. In the second interface, this will be the intensity of light, 1 minus rho 1 is the intensity of light, and again some amount will reflection, that is rho 1 into 1 minus rho 1 is the waste, means reflection. And next finally in the third interface it will enter 1 minus rho 1 whole square. Clear? Next what happens? So here it will it's a refraction, okay, it will directly either it will reach the observer plate or it may go through the another cover. But next here some amount of the reflection, again it will enter into the interface 1. So this is interface 1 and this is interface 2. Okay, it will strike to the interface 1. Okay, and some amount will again reflect and some amount will refract. Okay, again in this component, okay, this will be the input and this input, so some amount will wastage to the space and some amount will again refract back into the interface 2, and again this will input for the interface 2 and again it will reach the observer plate. So like this it will continuous one. Okay, like this it will continuous one. Again it will reflect, again it will refract, again it will reflect, again it will reflect. Is it clear? So this is a what, if we consider this a radiation, okay, it's a isolation or radiation which from the sun, okay, it is a beam or a direct radiation. Okay, so this is a input, and this input some moment will reflect, refract, and on that again reflect. There is an reflect and reflect, again there is an reflect and reflect. So this will a continuous process, and ultimately we get the refracted a radiation onto the observer plate. Was it clear? And finally this expression, okay, if you take and this tau r1, okay, for the interface 1, it is given by 1 plus rho 1 whole square, and whatever this reaches, okay, from the interface, that is what we are going to take. So 1 plus rho 1 whole square, okay, next rho 1 square plus minus 1 minus rho 1 whole square plus rho 1 to the power of 4 into 1 minus rho 1 whole square. Like this equation will continuous, and ultimately this r1, a final simplification of that equation will given by 1 minus rho 1 divided by 1 plus rho 1. That is the tau r1 equation. And similarly for tau r2, okay, that equation is 1 minus rho 2 divided by 1 plus rho 2. Okay, so these two the final equation from this figure we got. Okay, and if you use, this is for only one cover, if you use only one cover, this is the equation. Okay, if you use m number of covers, means if you use 2 covers, if you use 3 covers, m is the number of covers, if you use that, okay, then the equation, the same equation will become a tau r1, which is equal to 1 minus rho 1 divided by 1 plus, instead of this rho 1, 2 into m minus 1 into rho 1. Okay, and similarly here the same thing, 2m minus 1 rho 2, the same equation, but here if we introduced a m value, means m is the number of covers. So 2m minus 1, 2m minus 1, that quantity we are going to introduce in the tau r1 as well as tau r2. Is it clear? So this is what the transmittivity based on the reflection as well as refraction. Once we got this tau r1 and tau 2, okay, the tau r1 as well as tau r2, okay, so from that we get the a value of tau r. Okay, so once we got this tau r1 as well as tau r2, then we substitute here and we will get the tau r value. Clear? So if you want to know the tau r value, we have to know the rho 1 rho 2 value. Okay, that is what rho 1 and rho 2, and this is very much needed for to find out the tau r1 as well as tau r2. Okay, in some cases they given 2 or 3 covers, then we introduce the m value. So based on these equations, okay, we are going to solve some problems. Okay, and next one more important term is there, the transmittivity of the absorption. So far what we discussed, the transmittivity of the reflection and refraction. See here, so I told the transmittivity of the cover which contains two terms. One is transmittivity of the reflection and refraction. So far what we discussed is transmittivity of the tau r, only this tau r we discussed. Now we are going to discuss a transmittivity of the absorption, the transmittivity obtained considering by only absorption. Okay, that is tau a. So tau a, and we already got the value of tau r. If you multiply these two, we will get tau value, that is what transmittivity of the cover or a transmittivity of that device. Okay, now we are going to know the value of tau a. Yes, the transmittivity based on the absorption, the transmittivity based on absorption, only absorption, there is no reflection, already we got that. So now the transmittivity based on only absorption. Okay, the transmittivity based on the absorption can be obtained by assuming that, okay, the attenuation due to the attenuation due to the absorption, only the attenuation due to the absorption, and is proportional to the local intensity I. The local intensity means here only we consider for IBN, means only the beam radiation we are going to consider. I is the intensity of light or intensity of the radiation, okay, and BN represents, it is for the beam radiation. Clear? So the intensity is only for the beam radiation, or that is what the local intensity, and which is given by Boger's law. Okay, the Boger's law is given for this local intensity for this transmittivity based on the absorption. Is it clear? So IBN is the intensity, normal intensity, local intensity, okay, and it is on the transparent cover, because the cover is always transparent one. That's why we are we are going to use a glass, okay, a transparent cover, and the thickness dou c. Dou c is the thickness, means very small thickness. We are not going with a very high thickness. If you go with a high thickness, again it will reduce the intensity of light. So that we are going to use a very thick, an optimum or a small thickness of the cover. That is what dou c. We can call it as a dou c is the thickness of the transparent cover, and emerging with the intensity of I small l. Okay, capital I small l is the, okay, intensity of light enter through that a thickness. Clear? Okay, so from Boger's law, okay, from the Boger's law, so di means a small amount of radiation. D represents the small amount, di, which is equal to minus ki into dx. Okay, so it is for small amount. Why we are considering for, if we consider for the small amount, we can go with the integration and we get the for entire system. Okay, where k is the constant of proportionality, and which is called extinction coefficient, which is called extinction coefficient. It is called extinction coefficient, k, which refers the constant value. The k refers the, okay, this equation you have to remember. Okay, so di, so di, which is equal to I k capital I dx. Okay, it's for the small small thickness with a small radiation enter. Okay, we are considering for the small amount, and if you go with the integration for this equation, you will get the value for the entire system. Okay, where k is the constant of proportionality. The k is the constant of proportionality because it is directly proportional. The di is directly proportional to the I dx, and if that turns, if you remove that proportionality constant, so that we are going to introduce the term called k. Okay, so this minus k capital K I dx, this k is extinction coefficient. It is called extinction coefficient, and it will be assumed to have a value independent wavelength. It is depends on the wavelength, okay, that value. And integrating over the if you go with integration, apply integration for the above equation, and we'll get the a transfer for the beam radiation, and which is given by, yes, so it is given by the value, okay, so tau a. This is what tau a means, the transmittivity for absorption, which is equal to I capital I L by capital I BN, which is equal to E raised to minus k, okay, minus k dou c. After the integration, we get this value. Okay, in the case of beam incidence, the angle theta 1, okay, we know that angle of incidence is theta 1. Angle of incidence is always theta 1. The path transverse through the cover would be dou c divided by cos theta 2, where cos theta 2 is the, we already know that cos theta 2 is the angle of reflection. If you want to introduce the angle of reflection, then the above equation will reduced as tau a, which is equal to e raised to minus k dou c divided by cos theta 2. Clear? And the extinction coefficient k is the property of the cover material. Extension of the K, which is depends on the cover material, and different materials have a different extension property irrespective of the radiation, whether it may be beam radiation or whether it may be diffused radiation. The value varies from, that K value generally varies from 4 to 25 per meter, 4 to 25 per meter for the different qualities of an glass. Means we are using a different qualities of glass for the cover. Okay, is it clear? So you have to remember this equation. Okay, so there is no derivation for this tau A. Directly you have to remember this equation, and this equation, okay, tau A, which is equal to E exponential raised to minus K, capital K dou C divided by cos theta 2 with respect to the angle of reflection. Okay, and this value directly depends okay, from the Borgus law. Okay, from that we got this equation. If you integrate this equation, finally we will get this. You just remember this equation for the calculation purpose. To solve some problems, we have to remember this. Means if you want to find out the value of tau, okay, the transmittivity, then we need a value of tau R as well as tau A. So for tau A, this is the equation, okay, and for tau R, this is the equation. Okay, for tau R, we have to find out the tau R1 as well as R2, and tau A, directly K value we need as well as theta 2 value. Clear? And this is what with respect to the transmittivity for a beam radiation. And if you go with the transmittivity for diffused radiation, and one more is there, okay, the radiation mesh which includes diffused as well as beam radiation. So beam or direct radiation, which is directly from the sun to the earth crust reaches, but diffused means it is a scattered one. So it is a scattered or it is a reflected one. So the proceeding consideration and apply only for the beam radiation. For the calculation of transmittivity of the cover, the diffused radiation is an incident on it present, and it is very difficult to consider because of radiations come from many directions. Means this diffused radiations is not only come from the one single particular angle. It may come from the 0 angle, it may come from the 10 degree, 20 degree, 40 degree, whatever. It's come from the different angle. Okay, it's come from the different angle, so it is very difficult to predict. The as usual practices, it is assumed that diffused radiation is equivalent to the beam radiation coming at an angle of incidence is 60 degree. Means we are going to consider 60 degree. Okay, the diffused radiation we are going to consider for 60 degree, and if you consider the 60 degree, it will be equal to the beam radiation. So whatever the beam radiation is coming, so the same radiation intensity is of diffused radiation with an angle of 60 degree. Okay, so this is may consider for the calculation purpose. Clear? So based on this, we are going to solve some problems. Yes, based on these two, we are going to solve one problem. Yes, write on this problem. Plot the variation of transmittivity for reflection and refraction as well as absorption and tau with an angle of incidence for the following cover, which is equal to the material. First, they given the data, the material is glass, that cover is made by glass, and the number of covers, that is m value, m, okay, that m is equal to 2. So number of covers is m, which is equal to 2. The thickness of the cover, okay, that is what the thickness, that is 4 mm. So thickness means dou C value is 4 mm, and refractive index means of that glass relative to the air, means the ratio, refractive index of the ratio n2 by n1, that value is given, which is equal to n2 by n1, which value is 1.52, and extinction coefficient of the glass, okay, K value, they given K value 15 per meter. Okay, so these are the datas they given. Clear? By using these datas, you have to find out the plot of tau R, tau A as well as tau. You have to draw that graph. Okay, so for this we know the equation according to the Sneeze law. What it explains according to that law. What is that law? It is sine theta 1 divided by sine theta 2. Is it correct? Divided by n1 n2 by n1. This is the equation we know. Okay, and this value is given, that is what, 1.52. okay, then theta 1 generally, okay, so generally we consider the angle of incidence is 15 degree. Okay, we consider, okay, for calculation, okay, you just write, assume that for the calculation purpose the theta 1 is equal to 15 degree. The theta 1 is equal to 15 degree for this calculation. Okay, yes, substitute this. Theta 1 is 15 degree, n2 by n1 is 1.2, and if you go with simplification, so theta 2 is equal to, okay, so theta 2 is equal to a sine inverse into sine 15 degree divided by this value 1.52, and that gives the theta 2 value is 9.80 degree. So theta 1 is 15 degree, theta 2 is 9.82 degree. Okay, according to the since law, we got the value of theta 2. Clear? Yes. Once you got the value of theta 1 and theta 2, next you have to go for the directly the value of tau r. Tau r is the refractivity of the observer, so refractivity of the reflection as well as the refraction. So if you want to the value of tau r, again we need a value of tau r1 as well as tau r2. I already explained what is meant by tau r1 and tau r2, and the tau r1 as well as tau r2, okay, so it have the equation. So tau r1 as well as tau r2 as the equation. So the tau r1 means, so that is equal to 1 plus 1 minus rho 1 divided by 1 plus rho 2, sorry, rho 1. Okay, so what is meant by rho 1? So rho 1 is the, again we have the equation. So rho 1 is equal to, we already know that rho 1 is equal to sine square, okay, sine square theta 2 minus theta 1 divided by sine square theta 2 plus theta 1. We already have the theta 2 and theta 1. If you substitute that, you will get a rho 1. If you get the value of rho 1, if you substitute, okay, rho 1 value is 0.047. Once we got the value of 0.047, substitute in the tau r1, and the tau r1 value will become 0.835. okay, so we got the value of tau r1. Similarly, we go with the tau r2, that is what, rho 2. So rho 2 is the tan square divided by tan square theta 2 minus theta 1 divided tan square theta 2 plus theta 1. If you substitute that value, you will get a rho 2. So rho 2 value is 0.039. If you got that value, substitute in the rho 2, you will get tau r2. The tau r2 is 0.860. And finally, if you want the tau r, so tau r is equal to 1 by 2 into tau r1 plus tau r2. And if you already we got the value of tau r1 as well as tau r2, substitute here, and finally we got the value of tau r. So tau r is equal to 0.848. Clear? So in this way we got the value of tau r. And next is the tau d value. Okay, so the tau d value we want, so tau d, that is what, tau a, okay, absorption. So that tau d or tau a, which is equal to, we are just only we have the value expansion is equal to minus k, okay, I into, that is what, tau c divided by a cos theta 2. What I just explained, that equation you have to use. Clear? So that equation, that is what, the tau a or tau d, okay, which is equal to e exponential minus k dou c. Dou c is the thickness, it's already given in the problem, and cos theta 2, we already have the theta 2 value. If we substitute, finally we got the value of tau d, which is equal to tau a or tau d, both are same observability of the transmittivity of the observer plate, and which is given by 0.885. And if you want the tau value, so tau is equal to tau a, that is what tau d into tau r, and if you multiply these two finally, so tau, the value is, the final tau value is 0.750. And if you draw the plot, tau versus the transmittivity versus angle of incidence, here 0, 30, 60, 90. Okay, if you consider 60 degree, then it is equal to the diffuse equal to the beam radiation. Okay, and here it is a tau value, okay, 0.75, and this is a tau d and tau a value. Okay, and this radiation is keep on, if you increase the angle, it will keep on decreasing, and finally it becomes 0 at an angle of 90 degree. So this graph you have to draw. Clear? And the transmittivity for different angle, okay, the incidents are obtained, and it is a similar manner. So from this similar manner means, if you go with the 30 degree, if you go with the 60 degree, means I taken theta 1 as a 15, like this. If you go with the different angles, you will get the different values, and by using that values you can draw the graph. Okay, and it seems that the incidence is 45 degree, okay, in that 45 degree, okay, and the value drops rather than 0 at an angle of 90 degree. If you go with a 90 degree, the angle will become that the tau values become 0. So this is an important problem. In the examination you may get problem like this. Okay, any doubts? Hello.